Have you ever wondered why you're stuck while others keep moving forward? Maybe you're not stupid, but your intelligence is being held back by bad habits you don't even realize you have. And the scariest part? Most people who are failing don't even know why. If you're easily offended, this video isn't for you. But if you have the courage to face the truth, keep watching. Because in this video, I'm going to expose 6 warning signs that your intelligence is deteriorating, and more importantly, how to fix it before it's too late. Are you strong enough to hear the truth? If yes, keep watching. If not, feel free to turn this off now and accept mediocrity. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and like if you're new here. It helps me keep bringing you more valuable content. Failures always have a list of excuses. I'm not successful because I was born into a poor family. I have no opportunities because society is unfair. I can't get ahead because no one helps me. Sounds reasonable, right? Wrong. Because the truth is, no one cares about your excuses. Blaming external factors is the clearest sign of a weak mind because it shows you've given up control over your own life. You've convinced yourself that everything bad in your life is caused by circumstances, people, or fate, never by you. But here's a truth you need to face. No one is coming to save you. Keep blaming others, and you'll stay stuck forever. Strong, intelligent people don't complain. They take action. No matter where they start in life, they take full responsibility for their choices. Born poor, so were millions of others, but they fought their way up instead of crying about it. No one to help you? Good. That means when you succeed, you owe nothing to anyone. Life keeps knocking you down? That's the test to see if you deserve something better. Look at successful people. They don't waste time blaming anyone. They don't cry about how life is unfair. They find solutions. If they fail, they don't scream at the world. They analyze, adjust, and try again. That's how strong people live. And if you want to change your life, start here. Stop blaming and take 100% responsibility for everything in your life. You can keep making excuses, or you can stand up and change. Your choice. Have you ever asked yourself, where do my opinions actually come from? Or are you just repeating what others say? Most people don't think. They simply absorb information passively and believe whatever is fed to them. They read a sensational headline, watch a TikTok video, or hear some influencer speak, and immediately accept it as truth without questioning anything. This is a clear sign of a weak mind. A strong mind never accepts information blindly. It verifies sources, applies logic, and asks, is this actually true? Who benefits from me believing this? They don't follow the crowd just because something is popular. They don't change their opinions out of fear of backlash. They are willing to stand alone if necessary, because they refuse to let others do their thinking for them. On the other hand, weak-minded people seek approval from the majority. They believe whatever most people say, without questioning if those people are even knowledgeable. They let the media, social platforms, and influencers shape their thoughts, without even realizing they're being manipulated. In the end, they become puppets, controlled by forces they don't even recognize. In today's world of information overload, independent thinking is your greatest weapon. If you don't develop it, you'll be swept away by fake news, propaganda, and mindless trends. That doesn't mean you should doubt everything, but you must learn to analyze, fact-check, and make decisions based on logic, not emotions. Take a hard look at yourself. How much of what you believe is actually yours? If you've never questioned your own thoughts, never tried to see things from a different perspective, then you might just be a parrot repeating whatever was put into your head. Do you want to be manipulated, or do you want to control your own mind? The choice is yours. Have you ever done something stupid just because you were too angry? Have you ever said something cruel that you later regretted? Have you ever let fear hold you back when you should have moved forward? If the answer is yes, then you're letting emotions control you. And that is a clear sign of a weak mind. Intelligent people do not let emotions dictate their decisions. They understand that emotions are temporary, but consequences are long-lasting. A thoughtless comment can destroy a relationship. An impulsive decision can take years to fix. An emotional outburst can make you lose the respect of others. On the other hand, people with low intelligence react on instinct without thinking. They get angry just because someone looked at them the wrong way. They feel jealous when they see others succeed instead of learning from them. They fear challenges and convince themselves that it's better to do nothing. And then they make excuses. I can't control it. But that is just a lie they feed themselves to justify their weakness. The Stoics have an important principle. Emotion is a guest. Logic is the master. You have the right to feel anger, fear, sadness, but you do not have the right to let them control you. Every emotion comes and goes, but the decisions you make while being controlled by emotions can have lifelong consequences. So how do you stop emotions from controlling you? Start by pausing before reacting. When someone insults you, count to 10 before responding. When you feel anxious, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this fear actually rational? When you feel jealous, turn it into motivation to improve yourself instead of resenting others. The key to mastering life is mastering yourself. The weak are slaves to their emotions. The strong turn emotions into tools to serve logic. Which one do you want to be? Have you ever felt offended when someone pointed out your mistakes? Do you immediately get defensive when receiving criticism instead of listening? If so, that is a clear sign of a weak mind. Intelligent people see feedback as an opportunity for growth. Foolish people see feedback as a personal attack. People with low intelligence cannot handle the truth. They only want to hear what is pleasant, fake compliments, empty encouragement. When criticized, they get angry, make excuses, or even start resenting the person who dared to tell them the truth. This not only keeps them stuck in place, but also traps them in a cycle of self-deception where they believe their problems are caused by others, not themselves. People with strong intelligence are the complete opposite. They do not seek comfort, they seek truth. They understand that growth comes from facing their flaws, not from hiding them. When someone points out their mistakes, they do not react emotionally, but rationally. Is this true? If it is, what can I do to improve? If you want to go far in life, you must learn to endure the discomfort of truth. Ask yourself, do you want to feel good or do you want to get better? Because those two things do not always go together. People who only want to feel good surround themselves with those who flatter them, but they never improve. On the other hand, those who truly want to excel seek real feedback, even when it is hard to hear. Next time someone points out your flaws, don't react immediately. Pause, take a deep breath, and assess whether their words have value. If they do, use them to improve. If they don't, let them go. But never shut the door on feedback just because your ego is too fragile. The world does not care about your feelings. It only cares about the value you bring. And that value can only grow when you are strong enough to accept hard truths. Do you want to be strong, or do you just want to live in an illusion? You pick up your phone just to check a message, but 30 minutes later, you're still mindlessly scrolling through social media. You sit down to work, but within 5 minutes, you're watching some random video. You try to read a book, but before you finish a single page, your mind has already drifted elsewhere. If this sounds familiar, then congratulations, you have a weak mind. Focus is the ultimate measure of intelligence. Smart people understand that the ability to sustain attention on one important task is what separates success from failure. On the other hand, people with low intelligence live in a state of constant distraction, jumping from one thing to another without ever completing anything. They are controlled by technology, manipulated by dopamine-driven entertainment apps, and worst of all, they don't even realize that they are slowly losing the ability to think deeply. You might excuse yourself by saying, "I'm just enjoying life." Everyone does this nowadays. But here's the truth. People who can't focus will always remain consumers. They will never be creators. They consume content made by others, consume ideas from others, and live a life dictated by others. Meanwhile, those with real intelligence control their attention and use it to build, create, and conquer their goals. How to regain your focus? Eliminate distractions. Turn off notifications on your phone. Set specific time blocks where you don't use social media. Train yourself to sit still and focus on just one task for extended periods. When you read a book, actually read it. Don't have your phone next to you. When you work, commit fully. Don't open a YouTube tab just to listen to music. When you have a conversation, listen actively instead of glancing at your phone. We live in an age where focus is a superpower. If you have it, you will rise above 90% of the population, the ones trapped in an endless cycle of distractions. But if you allow yourself to be controlled by mindless entertainment, you will remain mediocre, drifting through life without ever truly taking control of your destiny. So what's your choice? Master your focus and take control of your life, or remain a slave to meaningless distractions. You know you need to work out but still procrastinate. You want to learn a new skill but keep saying, "I'll do it when I have time." You have tons of ideas, tons of plans, but not a single real action. If this is you, then congratulations. You are just an average person. People with high intelligence understand one simple thing: words have no value without action. While weak-minded people spend their time complaining, discussing, and thinking about what they will do someday, strong people have already started doing it. And that is why they move forward, while those who only talk remain stuck forever. Look at yourself. How many times have you said you wanted to change but did nothing? How many times have you set goals but never followed through? How many times have you envied someone else's success but didn't have the discipline to do what they did? If you refuse to take action, you have no right to complain about your life. People with low intelligence always have a long list of excuses. I don't have time. I don't have the resources. I'm not as lucky as others. But here's the truth. Every excuse is garbage. If you truly want something, you will find a way. If not, you will find an excuse. And if all you have are words, then no one cares. Strong people do not wait for inspiration to take action. They do not wait for the perfect conditions. They start right away, no matter the circumstances, because they understand that action creates results, not wishful thinking. You can keep sitting there and talking about what you will do, or you can stand up and start right now. The difference between successful people and failures is this: one acts, the other only talks. Which one are you? If you recognize one or more of these signs in yourself, this is not the time to make excuses or feel offended. This is the time to change. Intelligence is not fixed. It can be trained, but only if you have the courage to face the truth. Stop blaming. Learn to think independently. Control your emotions instead of letting them control you. Accept feedback instead of avoiding reality. Train your focus so you don't get lost in meaningless distractions. And most importantly, act instead of just talking. The world does not care about what you plan to do. It only cares about what you actually do. You can continue as you are and remain an average person forever, or you can change right now and become the strongest version of yourself. The choice is yours. But remember, no one is coming to save you. Thank you for being here. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, turn on notifications, and like this video. Don't forget to leave a comment so we can spread positivity together.